So this week kicks off with a game at 4 p.m. Illinois, South Florida. South Florida gets the wins. Quentin Flowers, Marquise Valdez, they keep it going. They get 3-0. So we'll see, we'll see what happens with that. But I think South Florida will get the win, obviously. Because of Irma, I think Miami, Florida State, it says 5, but I don't think it'll be played tomorrow because of Irma. So, yeah, I'm not going to pick that game unless it happens. Air Force versus Michigan. Okay, come on, really? They're opening with the shittiest games. Michigan gets a win easily, defensively. Always their defense is always the Achilles heel of that team, They'll play well. They'll win. Wilton Spate, he'll play win. Oklahoma State, Pittsburgh. I'll take Oklahoma State. I think Pittsburgh will give them a nice, strong competition. I think game will be close for a while, but I think Oklahoma State will take this one at the end. Yeah, like I said, it'll be close. They'll be like, they'll be scrambling for a bit. Oklahoma State. I think Pittsburgh will give them tough competition, but Oklahoma State will get it in the second half. UCLA, Memphis. Ooh, UCLA got ranked. Ooh, with the Josh Rosen. It's a tricky road game for them at the Liberty Bowl Memorial Stadium. But I do think Josh Rosen gets it done because of that huge comeback versus Texas A&M, that was absolutely crazy when it happened. So I think that helps them get the win this week, I mean, it's amazing how they came back and won. Wow. Wow. Wisconsin, BYU. Like I said, I have a friend who's a huge BYU fan. But, sorry, I got to go with Wisconsin here. They're top 10, Wisconsin. Their defense will help them. BYU might give them a little, Tanner Magnum might give them a little competition. But in the end, I just don't think it's enough in the end. Virginia Tech, East Carolina. Honestly, I'm going to take Virginia Tech. I feel like East Carolina could pull the upset, but I don't think they will because they're non-conference. And I've already talked about this plenty of times, so I'm not going to tell you how I feel like it's BS anymore. Right, so Virginia Tech gets an easy win. SMU, TCU, Kenny Hill. I think Kenny Hill is reviving his career at TCU right now. I think TCU might actually be a force to be reckoned with for a little bit. If they get the win here, they could be a good bowl game team too. You never know. Tennessee, Florida. SEC powers. I think Tennessee's going to win. Florida has a nice defense, but Florida cannot do anything offensively. So Tennessee will get the first SEC win of the year. Auburn's getting a little easier competition. Getting Mercer. Auburn will cream Mercer. Small school, small team, I think it'll be close because Auburn sucks, though. So we'll see. Army, Ohio State. Army, I don't know. Army is actually kind of solid. Ohio State lost last week, though. So Ohio State's going to play a little angry. I think J.K. Dobbins is going to run out of his life. So I think they'll win. Run for have the game of his life is what that means. So Oregon State, Washington State. I think Washington State will get this after a huge 3-overtime thriller last time. Washington State will get this one. They might cream up Oregon State. They might easily beat Oregon State. You never know, but depending on how the games work. Tulane, Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma will get it done. Baker Mayfield. This will be like a 4 or 5 touchdown game. Oklahoma will win 56-7 or something, Colorado State, Alabama. Now you're just mocking me, right? This has been an ongoing series. Colorado State's 2-1, but Alabama, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, I trust, and Scarborough, I think. They'll win this game easily. Going away easily. LSU, Mississippi State. Ooh, the cowbell's going to be ringing. I think Darius Juice is going to go off. LSU is going to get its first conference win. Going to be a good game for the first half, but don't watch the second half. It'll be terrible. Georgia State, Penn State. Penn State's been getting a lot of cupcake opponents lately, but Penn State will easily get this win. Penn State's projected playoff team. I thought they'll make the playoff this year, so we'll see. Penn State, Georgia State, going to be, blowout for Penn State with Barkley and McSorley. Samford, Georgia. Georgia just came off beating Notre Dame. I don't see Georgia losing this game with Nick Chubb and Sony Michel. So they win and they get done. Kansas State, Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt could get him some tough competition here. Vanderbilt could, push him around, but I think at the end of the day, K-State gets it done, K-State plays well, they get it done. Clemson, Louisville. Okay, I think Louisville wins this one because Clemson's defense is great and all, but Lamar Jackson was that close to beating Clemson and making the playoff last year. So this year, Lamar Jackson gets the signature win, and it votes him up to the playoff. I think this year is the year that will happen, and this is the year that Lamar Jackson and Louisville will win. So, Louisville beats Clemson, I think by 2 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns, because last week they didn't play well, and I just don't think they can beat Clemson this year. So, and at Louisville, so I don't think Clemson will win, sorry. So, yeah, Louisville wins that game. Another game for the Heisman candidacy again, I feel like. Texas, USC. Oh, this is going to be a good game. This is going to be a nice game. I think Ronald Jones is going to run through that Texas defense, though. So, yeah, I think it's going to be close in the first half, like the Stanford game, and then USC is just going to pull over and just win the whole thing. USC is just going to... Sam Darnold's going to throw a couple of touchdowns. They're going to take care of business with Deontay Barnett or whatever, or whoever athletes they can still create and find. Fresno State, Washington. Washington, yeah, they're going to win by I think Jake Brennan's going to score 4 touchdowns in this game. Fresno State sucks, so hallelujah, Washington gets an easy schedule right now. Stanford, San Diego State. Stanford's ranked. Oh, they went down to 19 this week. San Diego State's 2-0. Played at Qualcomm. I'm surprised they're still using Qualcomm. But, yeah, I think Stanford wins. Stanford will get it done. Good, Kelly Christ, I got a good look at him last week. I think their running game is nice. I think the way that dude David Shaw runs things, just the way he does it is smooth. So it's like NFL type, but when you're playing, it just doesn't. When you're watching it, it's just so smooth, right? So Stanford gets the win. Big Pac-12 loss last week, but we'll see what happens. Week 3 looking a little less interesting than last week, but sometimes it's those games that don't look interesting that are interesting. So we'll see. Be an interesting week. Hopefully we see some upsets. I want to see Penn State or Georgia or Michigan or some big person go down because that'd be a lot of fun. I don't know. I feel like the team on upset alert this week is UCLA. UCLA is on upset alert. I mean, 23-24, whoever wins, it's not really an upset. They're both kind of evenly matched. So, we'll see. Interesting week. We'll see how it plays out.